Hi everyone, welcome back to RachandBellaCrafts. Rachel here, I hope you're all well. Thank you so much for the response that we had for the last video, the beginning of our It's All About Alice series. We had an overwhelming amount of votes and comments left, so thank you so much, because it's really great to have you engaging and to get some of your feedback. There are loads and loads and loads of you, and I had no idea any of you were watching, so I'm very grateful for that. Before I go any further, if you're watching this video and you've clicked on a link that you've seen on Facebook or somewhere else and you're not signed into your YouTube, pause it now and go and sign into your YouTube accounts, because to take part in the interactive choices of the journal, you need to be logged in so you can leave a comment and tell me what you want. Okay, well, I had this on my desk ready with all these lovely beautiful boho fabrics, thinking they're gonna pick Bohemian, but you didn't. No. So here's the results: 24 votes for vintage, 5 for steampunk, 9 for shabby chic, and 17 for bohemian. So we're making a vintage journal. So I thought I would just show you this afternoon what I've got prepared ready, if you guys are going to craft along with me, in case you want to go and gather some things together and have them ready for the next video, go and hunt through all your stash, and just to give you a few ideas of just things I quickly grabbed today. I'm sure I will come across more ideas, but thankfully my other box of very exciting bits and pieces wasn't too far away, so we're going with this instead. So in here I have got lots of different laces, lots of different trims. These are all what I would consider to be appropriate for vintage. Now, if you don't have fabrics that you think are, for instance, vintagey, so for you know, like I've got this kind of stuff, I've got to be honest with you, I haven't used any of it at the moment because it's not the kind of things I've been working on. So I'm quite glad of the opportunity to get some of it out and have a go with that. But if you don't have fabrics like this that are what you would call, you know, vintage laces and stuff, that's not a problem, because I also have all of these here which I pulled out because I thought these are going to be ideal, because obviously we've got heart shapes there and we've got some really, really nice lace there, and that was descriptive then, wasn't it? Lace, it's all lace. I thought this was lovely. I thought we could do something down a page where we have flowers weaving out of it, you know, with because obviously she goes through those gardens and everything. And then I've got some others, and I've got some really lovely like flowery patterns on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tea dye them. So I'm going to give that a go tomorrow. And this one I thought was particularly nice. But again, they'd be ideal for, you know, pockets, page trimming. There's some more of those hearts, and I had some of these lovely flowers as well. So I thought, right, I could tea dye those because they're a bit, you know, shiny for vintage, aren't they? So if we tea dye those up, I've also got a couple of butterflies, so they would be ideal too. And then we can use those as well. So just because you don't have, if you don't have vintage laces, don't be put off. There's nothing that we can't make look vintage. So let me pop those over there a second. So I was looking through the kit earlier on, again, just looking for colours and things like that, because the great thing about this kit is it does have a really good variation of colour. There's pinks in there, there's greens and there's blues, reds, orange. So we're not going to be, you know, held back with colour, again, just because we're working with vintage. Plus, I want to utilise some of this not steampunk, got steampunk on the brain, Stamperia kit. So we'd be pulling out some of the colours out of that as well. So don't think it's all going to just be coffee dye, because it's not. You know, vintage, they did have colour back then. So what I've also pulled out now is a load of my fabrics. These are just a handful of what I had to hand. So I found some stuff with this lovely embroidery on. I thought we could incorporate a bit of that into it. And then I've got some lovely bits like this here and some great bits of our vintage quilt. So having now seen that and this, I thought this would make a lovely cover. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Very Alice in Wonderlandy, I felt. So having now seen that, having done the poll, again, what I was just saying as well, because we're doing vintage doesn't mean we can't have colour, the hearts. So I want to try and work those in somehow as well. Got a few more bits here of vintage quilting. But the options that I'm going to be giving you today, oh, I'm not going to tell you yet because I want to show you these first. This is the other thing you might want to go and have a little forage for, stuff like this. So I've got some, these are literally just out of the small book pads, the 6x6 book pads, and I have embossed them. And I think this one was called Vintage, but these are great. And when they're embossed, they have a really like eclectic feel to them as well. And I just think that's fascinating. I've got an old envelope here that I think I must have had something given to me in. I don't know, something I bought vintagey. It came in, I think. And it looks even more vintagey because the ladies tied it with a little nice bit of string. So try and incorporate that. Found this today in my book stash, and I just thought that looked really Alice. It's a little bit, you know, splashes of colour, a bit chaotic. It's not vintage, it's just out of a book. I'm not even sure what, but yeah, so I'm going to try and use that. Obviously coffee dye paper. This, I don't know if you can see the texture on this. This is just a book that my dad gave me. It's like a study of something for somebody's degree. It's an old thesis he was reading. But the paper, I don't know if you can see it, the back of the cover is like it's handmade paper. So that's fascinating. So I'm going to rob the cover off that. I have no idea what the thesis was about. Corinne's not really interested, but there we are. And then this here is the pocket watch that I had in that beautiful box the other day I showed you. And then I grabbed then lots of ledgers. These are things that I've been sent by the girls in swaps, so they're going to come in really handy now. Some old school writing paper. Again, really simple, and I think they'll be quite effective in there too. But I've also got some of these, and I bought these from Harriet Ellis and Polly, I think off Instagram a little while ago, and I have been holding them. But they are simply just bread bags or fruit bags from France, and it's just what they go to the supermarket in and get their fruit in. And I thought that was gorgeous, so I'm going to make sure that we use one of those as well. So again, obviously I don't expect you to go out and buy stuff like this, but I'm sure lots of you in your local grocery store have bags like this, especially now that they're trying to get rid of plastic bags. I'm not suggesting you go in and steal stuff. Go and buy a piece of fruit and put it in the bag and then bring it home. So that's just a couple of ideas for you there on bits and pieces for you to gather. Now today's question is for you to decide on what kind of cover I'm going to make for the journal. So the options are a hardcover using an old book, hard book cover, a soft cover using cardstock, a fabric covered cover, or a quilted cover. So yet again, you've got 4 choices there. So if you leave a comment underneath the video and specify which of those 4 covers you would like to see on this journal, and then in the next video we can get cracking and make a start, and you guys can go and get all your bits and pieces together. There's one other thing as well, sorry, I should have said this at the beginning, I hope we haven't all clicked off. A giveaway. Natalie, who's designed this kit, has very kindly offered 3 kits. She's done a giveaway on her channel today for 3 of these kits, and she's offered for us to do another 3 here for you guys watching. So comment on the video tonight, and tomorrow we will draw, and 3 of you will win a copy of the kit so you can craft along with us as well. I think I've told you everything. I've probably forgotten something, but I'm sure I'll be back with more information tomorrow. So I hope you'll have a lovely Sunday, and we'll be back with you very soon. Bye now.